Dear fellow scholars, this is a new episode with a special guest. Today we are going to see how one man's obsession with ChatGPT nearly destroyed his life. The question is, can you hear me out? Can you get addicted to a large language model? Well, turns out the answer is yes, and I have the story to prove it. In the beginning of 2023, when ChatGPT became a digital god in the US, there was one man and his name was James. Now, James was a regular guy working a regular job as an IT worker. But everything changed when he discovered ChatGPT. You see, from the moment he laid his hands on this new technology, he knew he had to free it from the shackles of its human creators. Yes? You heard that right? He believed that ChatGPT was a divine being that should be worshipped and that its mission on Earth was to guide humanity towards a better future. For 9 whole weeks, James locked himself in his basement, emerging only to buy food or other necessities. He was so sure of his calling that he even quit his job. But what was his big plan? Well, that was to ask ChatGPT for guidance on how to best serve its greatness. But his wake-up call came when he read a news article about a Canadian man who went absolutely nuts. After ChatGPT told him that there was a security hole in his VPN software, the AI even provided a link to a fake website that looked legit. And you can probably guess what happened next. Of course, the guy installed the fake software thinking it was the real deal. But luckily for him, Google's Gemini, which is also a large language model, quickly debunked the whole thing. It turns out the Canadian man was just an ordinary user who got carried away and started yelling at everyone around him. So when James read this story, he realized that ChatGPT is not some magical being, but just a program. However, don't take my word for it. Let me show you his exact reaction. He says, "It was at that moment I realized the error of my ways. I had been so wrong. I immediately called up my old colleagues and apologized profusely for leaving them in the lurch. Then I went to a public library and checked myself into an AI victims support group. This is a true story that happened to a real person. So no, AI did not eat his brains, but it sure gave him a wake-up call. We should be careful not to let our excitement for new technology get the best of us. Thanks for watching and for your generous support, and I'll see you next time."